Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. So this here is Bud Crawford. He's a boxer, champion level boxer.
Oh,
You
he's
could
from
argue,
Omaha.
you can argue that he's the best boxer in the world. If you made that argument, it would be pretty credible. You know, of course, people would dispute it, but Bud Crawford is amazing at the things he can do. So these are the sentiments that were shared from his mom regarding his upbringing, and now he is a world champion boxer, right?
To tell my mom I was gonna be a world champ.
I told him,
Oh no.
How'd that make you feel? Feel me were raised.
they beat up everybody in the neighborhood. I pay the kids. I said, if y'all can whoop Bud, I give y'all $10 a piece. You know?
$10. Anyone who can take my son's.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of takers.
Yeah, the kids in the neighborhood. Could nobody whoop them?
What did he tell
He told your mom, I told you I'm the best.
you? First time I heard that. Yeah, I was a little kid. And at some point, the whooping stopped. Yeah, I wasn't having all that.
He was 13 when he said, Mom, you're not going to whoop me no more. He takes the belt from me.
He once told me I was fighting for her approval, for her to tell me she was proud or happy, but she never would. So I stayed at it. Explain that. When she always telling me you're going to lose, or you're not good enough, or you're going to get your ass kicked, it's like, okay. When I went
This bad. The music's kind of annoying, but are you guys reading the subtitles?
Yeah.
Yeah. The music's sad and shit. I'm about to start crying.
Yes.
So
I can't even
you're not
read the
good enough,
subtitles.
or you're going to get your ass kicked, it's like, okay. When I win this tournament, she's going to say, congratulations, I'm proud of you. But it never happened.
Mute the music.
All those years, one.
can't. It's just a clip.
She
But
didn't tell him congratulations at all.
She said, I don't know why they got the music so loud, but this clip is the best one I could find that kind of has the synopsis of it. But he said when he won the tournament, he finally thought she was gonna say good job, but it never came.
Why is she around?
You say,
Huh?
Why is she around?
Sherelle, I hate to say it, but being from and having family in Omaha, it's on par. For some people, that's on par. Even though it's the Midwest, on
All right,
par.
let me finish this real quick.
Love you.
yes.
Yep.
Nope.
So
You know what? Was she one of those moms that fell into I'm not gonna baby my son, I don't want him to be weak, so I'm gonna beat him up because the world gonna beat him up? Sometimes the
what does sometimes mean?
She just a weak ass pussy ass hoe.
That seems broken to me. So now she gonna break her lineage too.
And she ugly.
Let's go. Break it down one by one. Go ahead, Alexis.
Similar to Doughboy and their mom, that type of stuff goes on in a certain type of neighborhood and amongst a certain type of demographic of people. And so I'm not surprised at all. Not surprised at all. And he sort of favor her. So, you know, that could be on that deeper level as far as she telling him that because she feel like she looking at herself and you ain't gonna be nothing. And so, and he looking at himself too, looking at her. So of course he wants her approval. But that's crazy. Like that, you couldn't even tell him he did it. He done look Juju and all them ass. You can't even tell him good job. Damn.
But that's it. And so if we keep on talking about a specific demographic, she says she don't know anybody like that. But then I didn't hear anybody staunchly refute 50% of them acting like this.
Well, Sherelle was talking about in the hood. She said 50%, right, in the hood. And so the only reason why I didn't question it is because I don't have that frame of reference anymore. So I don't know for sure.
Okay.
Right.
What is his mom from, Dr. G?
I don't know, but she seems like she's that same archetype to me. I don't know where she's from. But we were talking about Doughboy's mom, right? And so this mom, the last mom here, seems to be the same type woman. So
It's a real person.
Right. No, right. I know, but the same archetype. Let's say it that way. She represents that same archetype. So
Omaha is not that boy is from Omaha, and I've never really watched Belly, but I do know that part of Belly they were using Nebraska or Omaha as part of like cleaning it up. The Omaha is deep. Omaha has some serious issues, and I have cousins from there, and the boys, if the mother is not on it, if the father's not on it, the results are not good. They're not good.
So then,
but the way that lady was speaking, fucking nuts.
So,
but can't we just be real? Everybody's not a good mom. Just moms are not good moms.
So the interesting thing about Belly, just FYI, they're not actually in Omaha. Method Man just says, "Ain't you this the illest nigga in Nebraska?" They're not in Nebraska though. Just as a movie, if y'all.
I've only seen the clips. I've seen a really pretty dark skinned lady because her skin was shining.
Yeah, but so just FYI, if y'all watch it, right? But essentially, we understand that, right? But it's deeper than that. If we again saying Omaha is downtrodden, right? You would liken it to be hood-esque at the very least. And now Sherelle says 50%, and there's sentiments that are higher in the chat. There's a few that are lower. That this is every day from boys who come from a particular circumstance.
I don't think it's just boys. I think it's just horrible parenting. Just because you can have a child doesn't mean you're going to be a good mother. There are some people that should not have children.
But I guess my question was, is it
what you said, sis?
I'm sensing this addiction and maybe generational stuff going on. If she sat down with psychiatrists, therapists, they probably a lot would probably come out.
Yeah, I mean that's nuts. Like, I'm gonna pay people to beat him up. I'm gonna bet against my kid.
Well, look at this, Sis and Tiff, and then Dr. G. You can ask your question. Is Terrance Crawford undefeated? Hey Siri, is Terrance Crawford undefeated?
I think he is.
Hey Siri, is Terrance Crawford undefeated?
Okay, I found this on the web for his Terrance Crawford. Check it out.
He is, yeah. He's undefeated in fighting. So
fight for his life.
If her thing was to make him tough and it never be good enough, so fighting to make sure he's the best in the world, did she succeed?
I don't think that was the intention. I think he just overcame.
Well, she said she was paying people $10 in the neighborhood to fight him.
I don't know. I'd love to try to understand the frame of reference. Because let's
walk it
down. I have a son. I don't understand that. And to me, I'm like, okay, there is a balancing of, you don't want to create somebody that's like a mama's boy, but to like never tell your child I love you, to never say I'm proud of you, to never that to me is a very foreign idea. I don't.
But Tiff, is your son a world champion boxer?
He's a world champion to me. Now what?
That doesn't mean anything. Is he a world champion boxer?
To me. He is to me.
Yeah, that's inconsequential. Is he a world champion boxer?
If I'm gonna,
it doesn't just because you say it's your son, he's not a world champion boxer.
He's
if he's a world champion in your head, that doesn't mean nothing, right?
Me. So no, I do not understand.
Is he a world champion boxer though?
I said no, but also he is a champion to me.
Is he 41-0? Is he the 3 division champ? No. Is he a prize fighter? Is he a pugilist?
A what? I don't know what that word means. I'm not being funny.
Pugilism is the fighting, right? And so he's a prize fighter. I fight, I get paid, right? He's that thing. So when she's saying, I have to make you, but just let's think through it, right? So your son wasn't raised in this way, nor is he a world champion boxer in 3 divisions undefeated. So she raised him that
You
way.
trying to talk down on my baby?
He's not a world champion boxer in 3 divisions undefeated. He's not that.
Watch your mouth.
He's not. Can he box? Does he fight?
Change subject. Get off my son.
No, he don't
Yes.
box.
It's just a fact. It's just a fact. He just
Yeah.
doesn't box.
He
It's
can't
just-
box. That ain't nothing about. He
The
put him in
can't
boxing,
and
then he can
do
box.
is different.
Yeah, he doesn't box. He can't box at this juncture. Right?
No.
He
doesn't.
can't box at this juncture. That's a fact. Could he learn? Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if he's an athlete or not, but I would assume he got some athleticism, so he should be able to learn it. But if he can hear me, baby boy, you can't box right now, but he can learn. So if she raised him to be as such,
But a lot of people can't. A lot of people are not world champions.
know
A
that.
lot of
All right, so if a lot of people, he could probably do yoga though. But so you're a good teacher. So make sure I come to Tiff yoga class Monday at 7 p.m. That nigga, she could probably kick high and all that shit. So, right? So, but Tiff, look at that though. So he's a prize fighter, pugilist, professional, top of his profession. How she bred him, he's literally at where she put him.
I just don't think you have to beat your children down for them to be successful. He had the
This might
talent.
be-
The talent was there.
This might be the in spite of example.
He's in spite of. Like,
Sis.
no,
This is it.
you do not have to tear a child's self-esteem down. You don't have to do
I'm
that.
saying he made it in spite of his mom.
Sis. He is a
You don't deserve no credit.
fights for a living, sis. She made him fight in the neighborhood. He was never good enough. He said that the things his mom did to him made him enraged.
Right. So that
And
was
now
me.
you channel that rage
Right.
into be arguably the best fighter in the world at this time.
Right.
Terrance, let me tell you how good Terrance Crawford is. He's naturally right-handed, but he can fight southpaw. People think that's just that shit is hard as shit for people to do. He's that skilled, that's focused. Is she more of a catalyst than we want to give her credit for?
Wait, I thought that in spite of meant it's not because of her, it's in spite of her. I thought that was it.
Sis, she made him enraged. She made him fight in the neighborhood. Everything he did, even when he won, wasn't good enough. And now he's
But
the
he
best
wanted to
in the
keep-
world.
Right, but he wanted to keep going. He wanted to be the best because she wasn't giving him the acknowledgement. And
No, you're right, sis. But now he literally is the best. If I had to pick a boxer to fight for my life at this point, it would probably be Terrance Crawford.
yeah,
So
I agree.
I'm just thinking I'm just thinking about it.
yeah, you're saying the
But
facts.
that's one of those I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna be successful because you said I ain't gonna never be nothing, so I'm gonna prove you wrong. That's not
Right, it's in spite
That's
of her.
reverse psychology.
Is that she talked down on him? Because I couldn't read all of the captions. She talked down on him and shit, or she just never said,
Yeah.
"I'm proud of you."
You say you ain't
no.
shit.
She was like, she paid other people to
Okay.
fight him. She said you ain't gonna be shit. He never told him congratulations. She didn't praise him.
And you think she did that seeing the future? He's gonna be a world-class boxer?
Sis.
No
Now,
way.
sis, here's
No.
the thing, right? Here's the thing.
No.
When
He
we
was
look at
smoking
the
crack.
But sis, look at here's the thing though. We say such and such mom did everything for him because she moved him somewhere. Right? But what inspiration did he speak of? She had baby boy fighting in the neighborhood and never losing. So I'm just saying that tough love shit. And then when you look at his example, did it work?
I'd have to say it worked.
See, and I'm playing devil's advocate, but I'm like, damn.
No, I don't think she was thinking that far ahead. He's gonna become a boxer. Somebody picked him up and brought him to the boxing gym. Or
Sis, look at this. Look at this right here, right? Hold on. Look at the picture. Look at the picture. How old is he? he been boxing.
What, 7, 8?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's his whole life.
Was he in? Yeah, he. Well, okay. Someone at the gym also saw he had it. I don't know if the mom saw he had it. She said nobody could beat him, so she paid $10 for people to try to fight him and beat
Well,
him.
look at his mom, right? So my dad used to tell my mom. You see that one? The caption. So he's little, right? He's a kid here. So I think his dad used to say.
They used to tell my mom I was gonna be a world champ.
I told him
So the dad used to tell him he's gonna be a world champion. His mom like, you ain't gonna be shit, nigga. Come fight everybody in the neighborhood. Maybe she was the bad cop.
I think this is an example of knowing who your kids are and what they can and can't take. There has to be a level of discernment in there. You know, you're not going to raise all your kids the same exact way because they're different people, right? So it could be and for her to have that balance of the dad giving him praise, but the mom wasn't. I don't know if the dad was, you know, living there in the picture like that or whatever, but his daddy was there doing something. So I think it probably was in essence the good cop, bad cop thing, and they, you know, they probably knew together that, you know, what he could and couldn't take. So I can't necessarily say that that was a bad thing. It would all depend on what he says and how he felt.
Did she say it in the clip that she was telling him he wasn't shit so he could be better? I believe she would have said it.
No, she just ain't
She
shit.
didn't. No, she didn't.
And a lot of moms are like that. The majority of their children don't turn out to be shit. Great, he fought through it, but he's the exception to the rule, not the rule.
Well, he had his dad tell him he's gonna be a world champion.
Then that's what got him there, not the mama.
Well, she didn't say it in the clip, but there are interviews or something. They did a story, and she had said that her mind frame in that was to toughen him up. So in the sense, she wasn't thinking like, oh, I'm gonna toughen him up to be a world champion boxer, but I'm gonna toughen him up because they're probably in that environment where she didn't want him to get it because he looked scrawny. You know, she probably didn't want him to get beat up and all that. And so, in turn,
but he was beating everybody up. So
yeah.
Luckily,
let's look at it one more time.
I'm saying in this instance, he was already beating them up.
All right, let's look at it one more time.
How do they make you feel? Feel me were raised.
they beat up everybody in the neighborhood. I pay the kids, I said, if y'all can whoop Bud, I give y'all $10 a piece. You know?
$10 to anyone who take my sons.
Yeah. Yep.
You gotta take us.
Yeah, kids in the neighborhood. Did nobody whoop them?
Let me tell you.
He told your mom, I told y'all the best.
First time it hurt. Yeah, I was a little kid. And at some point, the whooping stopped. Yeah, I wasn't having all that.
He was 13 when he said, Mom, you're not gonna whoop me no more. And he took the belt from me.
He once told me I was fighting for her foods up the hood and tell me she was proud or happy, but she never would. So I stayed at it. Explain that. When she always telling me, you know, you're not good enough or you're just ass kid, it's like, okay. When I win this tournament, you know, I say, congratulations, I'm proud of you. But it never happened. All those years, wanting for you to say,
I love you.
yes.
Yep.
Nope.
She thinks it's a methodology. You can tell she's doing it intentionally for a goal. He been boxing since he looked like 6 years old. So she was saying she was doing it intentionally. Nope, I never said that. I didn't want him to lose that rage. All I'm asking is based on his results. Did her methodology, although it be extreme, was it what's the word I'm looking for?
Ineffective.
Effective, yeah.
Effective.
it was. She had a goal. She wanted, like I said, from what I had read, she said she wanted to toughen him up. So whatever she had to do to make him tough. I mean, even if that is, because the mom's supposed to be, what's that saying, the boy's first love and all that, and she like, you ain't gonna be shit.
I mean, we can all agree that Michael Jackson is the greatest entertainer, right?
Yeah.
You know what his dad did to make him the greatest entertainer?
Beat his
beat
ass.
him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not agreeing.
So I guess the question becomes, is that what it takes for greatness? You got to have
No,
somebody.
because they got a lot of beat ass, unloved kids running around shooting shit up.
Right, but
having
those
kids that they don't love, that they gonna beat on
well, but those
drugs.
kids didn't have direction towards a goal. Joe Jackson had a direction for his kids.
That's a
This
good
mom
point.
seems to have had a direction for hers, right? So even though it's unorthodox parenting,
Damn.
right? Is
So
that
abuse them in the right direction?
Well, I mean, I'm asking the question because we got
That's a
two
good
examples.
question, though.
We got two examples of where it worked. It was like, and it's something we wouldn't do. It's unorthodox. I wouldn't treat my kids like I didn't treat my son like that. And, he went to college on a scholarship and all that stuff. And I didn't treat him like that. But you got parents on the other end who did, and their children rose to greatness. So I'm just saying, is that what it takes? Did I love my boy too much?
Some men feel like they abandon their kids. If their kids turn out successful, it's like, nigga, what I was gonna do? I couldn't teach you how to be the man you is. So I played my part by not being around.
No, Michael Jackson suffered a whole lot. Despite he could still
Is
sing
that
and
suffering?
dance.
Is that suffering? What is that necessary? You know what I'm saying?
No.
And I'm just
He
asking
could
the
still-
question.
Yeah, he
As
could
long as
still
they
sing
get
and
what they
dance
want.
without getting that switch off the tree. He was still singing and dancing. Seemed like it killed him eventually.
Intensity matters, though. I think so. I remember I was outside with my dad one time. It felt like I caught 1,000 fucking passes. And every time it dropped one, you got to start over and jump over this thing and do this and a third. Not in that way, right? Like my little brothers, they're around the same age. They used to, after they come home from practice, they'd be in the backyard hitting for another 30, 40 minutes with my dad getting busy, right? But one thing that we could do, we don't got no flinch when it comes to contact, just playing football. Training. People might consider it extreme. But around our little place, there wasn't that many people that was much better. But there was a specific goal to it, to Dr. G's point. I'm just considering that part of it. There's a channel for it. They're not just getting beat down with no channel.
And that's a whole different parenting style from today anyway.
Yeah.
Like if I look at how, even though it's not, there's just back-to-back generations, how my granddad did was way worse than what my dad did. And I thought my dad was mean as fuck. So I can only imagine what my granddaddy was doing with him. But you know what I'm saying? I gotta give credence to that. It's a whole different parenting style and a whole different a whole different society, really. You know what I'm saying? Just giving back then. Now, was this before or after? This was before Ali like really got big, Muhammad Ali. Because I'm trying to look at the time frame or whatever, right? Because the black and white pictures and everything. Where was he like really big at that time? No, not
Siri,
yet.
how old is Bud Crawford?
He's got to be in his like 30s.
He's only
at this
37.
point. Yeah,
he's
he's
37, Cali. So that was probably
where the
80.
black and white pictures come from.
People just the dramatization, right? When you make it black and white.
Okay.
With the Born by the River.
And why you said that? I heard I was born by the river. I was checking it. My bad.
Yeah, so he was born in what, 86, I guess.
But I guess the mom would probably be about the same age as Ali then. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that was the thing. Like that was a goal to be achieved. Like
probably like 60.
Like the parents looked up to Ali and what he accomplished and everything like that, that militant and all that kind of stuff like that. So I can kind of see it.
No, he's after that though. He's 87.
I'm talking about the mom.
Kind of. No, I
The
don't
parents.
know. He's so far after Ali though. He's right.
Right, but that's what
That lady was mean as hell.
But I'm saying that's what the parents saw when they were coming up.
Ali.
That's what I'm talking about.
I
Yeah.
think she got it from her own parents. I think she learned that style, no love type of style from her own parents.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about as far as the goal that she had for her son.
I don't know if she had that goal. She didn't have that goal in mind that he was going to become a boxer. I don't think she was thinking of her head.
Well, what it sounds like is his dad had an affinity for boxing. And so if she was dealing with his dad, I could see how the connect could be there.
They wasn't together though, huh?
Well, maybe. Okay.
I'm not sure. But it looked like he was involved, right? I'm sure he probably taken him to the gym if he's literally telling her that he's going to be a world champ. You know? Well, yeah, people.
They do look like they post slavery. Like they might not be free. Yeah. And that was probably the way that they needed to get to the future. Because they look like they live in the past.
No, I vetted that out. Only D-Town and O'Shea still not free. Everybody else good.
Wow.
So we good on that. I made sure I looked around the country. It's just them two.
Because I'm trying to see what the goal was. What the goal was to make the money.
So he didn't get beat up. No, she was trying to make him tough. And it's one of those. That's when we were listening. That initially what I said is like, was she trying to? There are
interesting one.
It's the boys don't cry, don't be no punk. If a man is not around consistently, like I don't want my son to get picked on. I don't want you to be no punk. I don't want you to get beat up on. So you got to toughen up, because if I don't toughen you up, it's the whole I'm gonna beat you so the world don't beat you.
That ain't that. That's
but
some other
people
shit.
believe that.
That's some other shit.
And I hear you.
You get caught stealing. Your parents beat your ass. That's them beating you, so that the world don't. You get punished, so you don't steal no more.
But
look, I ain't gonna never love you. You ain't never gonna be shit. You was a weak ass, bitch ass nigga. And still to this day, this man done won all these fights, and she still ain't never told him she love him or she proud.
We don't know about that, but we do know that there is a stigma to women that raise boys. They soft. Women that raise boys, they can't deal with nothing. They emotional. So she may have just taken it to the extreme. I don't know. I don't know this lady.
Y'all don't make this many excuses for men that don't raise their kids.
Girl, I didn't say from jump he wasn't right.
A nigga
She wasn't right.
I'm just saying, a nigga don't show up. He just a deadbeat bitch ass nigga. Every time a mama is a piece of shit, she unhealed, she's broken, she's come on now.
Making excuses?
This lady just ain't shit. She ain't no fucking psychologist. She ain't got no fucking mental plan. She ain't. Look at her. This bitch ain't mentally equipped enough to think, oh, I'm gonna treat my child bad and he's gonna become the greatest of all time. Get the fuck out of here.
No, but what I'm saying is like the intention behind the two, right? So Doughboy's mom and old boy's mom, this last dude's mom, they're saying the same words, right? But the vitriol is different.
Yeah, she seemed very intentional, right? In upon reflection. Well, go ahead, Callie.
Right. No, I mean you on the same freeway. We in the same lane. You know what I'm saying? It's there was no end goal at all for Doughboy's mom whatsoever. She was just cutting that nigga down, had no intention for him whatsoever. He was just a bitch ass nigga. Whereas this mom right here, she had a goal in mind, put him in the boxing and everything like that. From what I was reading or something like that, she was at every daggone boxing match that he was at. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
oh, she was at the matches. Okay.
Yeah, she wasn't just dissing that nigga just to diss him, because she ain't like the nigga. But that's what the Doughboy's mama did to him. She ain't like that nigga.
Different. No, what you, and that's why I said I don't know the story and we need context, but you're adding additional context to it. Like Doughboy's mom was an asshole, and this lady, from what they're showing right now, she seems like an asshole. But if they're legitimately saying, if Callie's saying she did it, but she also was going to the fight, she also was showing up. That's different. There are some women that if you don't love, you don't know how to love.
She loved them. Why she couldn't say I love you?
Because she might have never heard that shit. Like, we gotta realize some of our parents got raised some fucked up things.
This is Sherelle's point.
Nah, I'm not. Whatever, bro.
No,
good job.
I mean, because we could argue that absent fathers. I wouldn't argue this, but we could argue that absent fathers are absent because their father wasn't there. That they're bad dads because their dad was bad or absent. But typically, you don't hear that. You just hear deadbeat, absent, baby daddy.
We don't want to know about his psychological history. We don't want to know.
We
about
also don't say apples. What they say, the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
We don't want
that
no.
ain't what said. So if the father wasn't there and this father's not there, okay.
No.
But he was there.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna pull at him. Everybody on YouTube got their underwear. Y'all perfect.
Wait a second. That's the problem, right? We can't do that because we hear something. Maybe we misheard it. Let Dr. G say what she's saying, right? And then respond to what she's saying. Dr. G, say it again.
So, and I'm speaking to your point, Hamp, that, you know, we give, or whoever said it, we give mother, maybe Sherelle, we give the mothers all type of excuses, right? When she's a bad mother, we make excuses for her. But rarely do you hear women argue the point that bad dads are bad because they had a bad dad, or they're, you know, bad husbands and they, you know, are violent because that's what they saw. You know what I mean? We don't take into account their psychological history or any of those things. We just discount them as being bad, violent, deadbeat most of the time, and we leave it there. So where's the balance in the argument? Is what I was saying.
We were exploring
the first story today was about Travis, and they said that the father had been in jail, and people were like, oh, well, the dad has been through some things.
We were exploring the
Typically,
mother.
that's not
I'm confused.
Right.
So
right, but somebody brought up the dad, and I'm just waging another. Somebody.
Travis's daddy or Bud's daddy? Oh, Bud's daddy.
Generally speaking, here's the reality and the sentiment.
Because the Bud's dad wanted him to. He encouraged him, right? You're gonna be this, you're gonna be that. So that's where the dad came in.
Yeah, and my point was, it's like we're trying to turn this lady into some fucking mastermind genius who was playing psychological battleship with her degree. She know everything to turn this man into the greatest thing when we could just call it what it is. She's a piece of shit who treated her fucking son like shit, and he made it in spite of her, and he should just move the fuck away from around her and not even let her toxicity continue to be in his life at all.
Okay. Go ahead, Jalen.
At least from what I've seen, I'll talk about what I've seen because I can't speak for all parents or whatever. There are parents who are tough on their children, but when their children have children, you see a totally different person. And I don't think that's just a coincidence. I think children, depending on the child that you get, may need different type of tactics compared to other children. Now, is it the right tactic? It varies depending on who you ask. But coaches use this tactic, the military uses this tactic to make successful people, whatever the industry may be. I'm not saying it's fucking right, but there are industries that use the same practice. They break down that person to build them up to be a successful whatever. Was Terrance a bad kid or something? Or he just wanted to box that bad?
I might say he was outside, but he looked like he was boxing as a kid, so I would assume that his father made that choice for him. But Chris said that he got shot before. I don't know if that defines anything, but
Yeah, every kid isn't gonna respond well to just you pedestalizing them and complimenting them and softly correcting their behavior. Every kid is not going to respond to that. Some kids need tough love. There are kids that get put on scared straight programs to get corrective behavior, to show you this is your future. There are parents that put them in reform schools. There are parents that beat their children. There are parents that don't beat their children. There are parents that use timeout. Like, there's so many different tactics different parents use. I don't think she's a bad mom. She was. A lot of parents just do what their parents did to them. Even if they don't want to be like their parents, they end up using certain tactics that their parents use because that's all they know. There's no rule book. Especially when you raising a kid in those types of circumstances. There's no rule book. So she fed them, she clothed them, she raised them as good as possible.
If her mom beat and broke her down, if her mother, his grandmother, beat and broke her down, she'd be a good mom?
I wouldn't call her a bad mom.
Well, I guess the question is, sis, let me ask you, and anybody can answer. How do you know something is good or bad or successful? Do we generally base what's effective based on the results?
Yes.
And so oftentimes the results are what we lean on to say, okay, that made sense, that worked. So if we look at it, what she's saying, and he seemed like he seconded her sentiments, and now look at his life now. Was she bad for him?
Yeah, he's rich, but doesn't know what love is.
Okay.
He don't know what love is. And he's still saying, as an adult, she never told me she loved me. That impacted him greatly. Can't negate that.
Okay.
That was bad. It was bad parenting. She could have still did that, used tough love, and then said, I love you, right? Or something.
Yeah.
Or, that's what he wanted to hear.
Oh, you think she watched This Might Be Risky, sis?
She should now. She could say that.
I love you, right? She might use my shit. If you catch her using it, let me know, sis. Go ahead, Jalen.
Right. I don't know. Bad parenting is subjective. Some people say whooping your kids is bad. Coddling your kids is bad. It depends on the person. Regardless, it worked for him. Does he have some problems because of it? Yes, we all got issues. We all got quirks. We all got trauma. We all been through bad shit with our parents. No parent is perfect. So
so you're not seeing it as extreme, Jalen?
Huh?
You're not seeing it as extreme.
I'm looking at the full scope of the picture that both him and his mom painted. It's not like they were in the suburbs. It's not like she had money. It's not like they had a comfortable living. They didn't have a comfortable living situation. Doesn't seem like she had a high education herself. What are we expecting?
You know what worked for him? His abilities, his skills, his genetics, the coaches, the gym that was available. That's what worked for him.
Do parents always get it right?
You know what I'm saying? That's what worked for him. He had the ability and he could do it. Everybody can't do that, And there were 5 other kids in the home from what I just read. So who knows what they would say about their mom.
So that takes me back to the earlier question I asked. Is this something that is more known from being raised in the hood? Like, are there no children who come from outside of the hood who face similar circumstances? Is this a result of being, downtrodden and impoverished and those sorts of things only?
No. Not this. Go ahead, Alexis.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just answering the question. No, because there are. It's a practice in different communities, and I think the background does matter. Like some rich parents, if their parents had the put in the work and came from the bottom, you'll see them do their kids like that. Like, oh, I'm not just gonna give you the money. You're gonna have to work your way up in the company. You're gonna have to I wouldn't just attribute it to that, but the environment does.
Because I keep hearing,
the environment plays a factor.
They didn't have this and they didn't have that. I guess what I'm asking of the other side, are there any parents from the hood who are loving on their children?
Yeah,
right.
there are.
Yeah,
Who
they're
are showing their
definitely
love, who
hood
are not,
parents who love their kids, who break generational curses and
who
get their
are,
kids the
don't
right way
have-
by supporting them and loving them through their journeys.
I know parents that put soap in kids' mouths and made them kneel on rice. I mean, I'm not saying it's just impoverished kids. I'm just the way they explain their story. Of course, that environment, she thought that type of parenting technique was needed. I'm not gonna call her a bad mom because she made that decision. Every parent is different.
But he also had a dad in the home who did the opposite. His dad was the one giving that affirmation to him. So, I mean, I guess maybe because mom was going to be, if dad was doing that other side that usually the mom does, I guess she could have thought like, oh, well, let me tell him. But
yeah, no, you have, yeah. I've seen competitive. If you guys get a chance to watch this, Family, they're a bunch of wrestlers. I forget the name of the movie, but they were like,
Iron Claw,
huh?
Iron Claw or Iron.
Might be Iron Claw, but it was like fake wrestling.
Three brothers, right?
Yeah,
Zac Efron. Yep.
5 brothers. Yeah,
You talking about the WWE?
but they were.
It was the WWF.
Well, they all wrestle. They
And
all
they dad
wrestle.
wrestled.
Iron Claw. Iron Claw is the name of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And when the sons were dying, killing themselves, the dad's just like, just his time. God don't make me, he just kept pushing on. The next son, then the next son, then the next son. And he was super hard on them. And whomever was the best, he would prop up, even above the older son. The older son's actually the only one still living, But he had this similar mentality. Be great at this, do it well. Broken leg, no foot, didn't matter. Yeah, Von Erichs. Yep. If y'all should watch that movie, it's
I was
great.
about to say, I'm gonna have to watch it
The
now.
Von Erichs. That's
great.
what it is. The Von Erichs. Yes.
It's great movie. Great movie.
I remember them.
Yeah.
I do.
Somebody said it was WCW, but watch the Von Erich. That shit was amazing, man.
That's when
click on something and watch it.
Everybody watched WWF.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the name of the move, the Iron Claw.
Yeah, I just was watching it one day. That's probably the best movie, one of the better movies I've seen in the last few years. But so okay, I need a 20-second synopsis on the on this mom here. Go ahead, Alexis.
Hey, and can I pass?
Why this be so hard for y'all? We just talked about it.
Nah, because I have I don't want to say, because I don't want to come across like I'm one of those that's like, oh, because if you're a bad mom, you're a bad mom. But I'm really looking at, I think she was just doing it because she didn't want him to be a punk. She probably did want him to be a fire. And the fact that the dad was given the part that usually is from the mom, yeah, that's just my thing, my thought on it. Good cop, bad cop in the house, and she was the bad cop. That's my synopsis.
Okay, Sherelle.
It's a bad mom, terrible mom. Children make it in spite of their bad parents all the time. Your child could turn that aggression into beating everybody up, or he could go jump off a cliff because the one person in the world that's supposed to love him don't. He could get on drugs. He could go the wrong way and start stealing, robbing, join gangs, because that's what the majority of underloved children do. So no, she's a bad mom, and I'm gonna call it how it is, because we ain't gonna never fix shit if we can't even call it. We'll figure out some understanding after we call it what it is, but we gotta diagnose it first. And she's shitty. She a piece of shit.
Tiff.
She wasn't a good mother. She did not. There never should be a time where an adult child can't acknowledge that you at one point celebrated their successes. He in spite of he's achieved. But that's just, to me, it's inappropriate. You saw me ready to box you out over my baby.
Well, remember, he can't box, so I would recommend
Sir.
I would recommend you go ahead and walk that off. Sis?
Yeah, she could at least told him she loved him. Whether or not it was a tactic or not of some sort, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, she needs some help.
Callie?
Effective mom.
Okay. Dr. G?
That's interesting, Callie, because saying she's effective doesn't necessarily mean she's a good mother.
Dr. G?
So that's a good dichotomy there that you just drew.
Dr. G,
but,
what you think?
So I think that she has poor parenting skills, right? She doesn't demonstrate love for him. And as a matter of fact, as she was talking about it, it's almost a boastful kind of thing. No, I did this and I did that, right? As if she's bragging, right? Now the outcome is I don't think of any consequence of her. I think it was because he has somebody in his life that actually did love him and encourage him, which was the dad. But I do think that she is not a good parent, ineffective parent.
Jalen?
This is a synopsis, right? Oh, sorry. I don't know. When you see greatness in a kid, some parents feel like they need to use extreme measures to make their children successful.
What do you think about her?
What I think about her? She worked with what she knew.
Okay. So what do you think about her?
She's not bad.
Not bad. Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. MC Heavy Tips with the $2 says, encouraging kids to fight your son is nasty work. As Abe with the $5 says, what about when men make their kid train? Dion kicked his son out of practice in front of millions. MC Heavy Tips with the $2 says, that's a gamble. He could have ended up being a killer. Hakeem, salute, been a member for 5. God bless everyone on the panel in the chat. Let's get this joint to 100,000 subscribers in 2025. That's a fact, good brother. We are on the way. Twan G with the $2 says, it's called Extreme Methods to the Madness. Aaron with the $2 says, Hamp, sis gonna have Chug rough as hell. As Abe with the $10 says, many successful people say they are now glad their parent beat them or glad they made them run in the heat or cold or get up at 3 a.m. to practice. Aaron with the $2 says, by Dr. G question, deadbeat dads are trying to help.
That's what I said.
As Abe with the $5 says, because men say they are different than women, why do they want the same grace? What is good? Jalen, great point. Whom the Lord liveth, he casteth. Aaron with the $2 says, paying kids to fight your son is good parenting. Planet Fitness with the $5 says, in our communities, mom can do no wrong. When she does, there has to be a reason. A lot of men have mommy issues, but so do a lot of women. Homeboy with the $5 says, I think Bud and MJ's talent given from the Most High rose above the beatings. Yeah, Nas with the $5 says, mom was a catalyst, but the dad was involved, apparently, in him being a boxer. Terrance is God gifted. He made it in spite of. Ashe with the $5 says, your parents can't give you what they don't have or never receive. Hakeem, salute my
Shit like that.
But the 100 ball says, here's a little something for your shoulder, OG. I appreciate you. Do me a favor and play Lean Back by Fat Joe when you get both arms functioning properly for the one time. I got you. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most, man. I appreciate you for the love and consistent support, man. Salute. Let me play this one. Which one?
And when I'm feeling broke, E and J by my side, Henny like $40. This shit like
Salute. All right. Now, this one. Let me put Callie right here.
Not Tokyo Tony.
You need to be straight. You need a therapist. You know what you need? A therapist. Put that down. Don't blow that smoke in my face. Be a real one for 1 minute. Why? It's you. Okay, what might it's you? It's fucking you. Really? It's you. Okay, come back again. Fucking you. You're the problem. Get in my face. Nobody took care of your ass but me. I'm ready to get the fuck ASAP after this shit.
5 days.
You put your hand in my face again, girl.
5 days.
You're going to stretch your ass across this motherfucking kitchen. You better keep your motherfucking hands on my face.
5 days.
Don't touch me no more. You do it again, I'm going to rock your world in this motherfucker.
So rock it.
Don't do that. Keep playing with me.
All right, bye.
Do it again, bitch. I'm going to fuck
Get out
you
my
up.
house.
Bye, bitch.
Bye.
I'm gone. I hate you. Both your ass, bitch. The fuck? Get me the fuck out of here.
What you think about Tokyo Tony, man?
Pot meet kettle.
But what comes
But
first?
that's her child.
If that's her mommy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, pot meet kettle. I'm talking about the mama.
Oh. What y'all think, man? All speak at once. Break it down.
Another
Tokyo
trash
Tony's
one.
trash.
Tokyo Tony is probably the worst of the worst that they can get.
She's trash.
I agree.
She's the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
You can see like old girl was trying to step up, but if you're an adult like that and still have fear, because if you look at the response, it's still when she told her to get her hand down, like she kept it up. But no, that woman probably been beating that girl her entire life.
She told her, I don't care if I sold your body for money. I'm still your mama.
Damn.
She said that to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's terrible.
So
is this an example of an ends to a means? You know, she saw a bigger picture and you know was trying to push her to
No, and when you see since she goes by Angela now, when you see her like deal with her daughter and how she talks to her, she gives them a lot of space to be able to like express themselves. So I it seems like to me she's kind of breaking that cycle, but that's I'm sorry, that's just not okay. We have to realize a lot of our parents still have some of that slave mentality. I'm gonna beat you so they don't beat you. Like, how many people told their kids that? Like, I'm gonna beat you so the police don't. Like, it was one of those things. I beat you because I love you.
No, that wasn't China Mama. She wasn't beating her or nothing like that, so the streets don't get her. Nah, she was just an overall asshole to her kid. If it's that easy for you to call your child a bitch, then hey, what we're really doing? She just an asshole.
It's nuts.
Then
there was no means to an ends, and none of that shit like that. She was Doughboy's mama.
And you know that girl let self-esteem up. She was stripping young and niggas for money, changed her whole body, insecure as fuck, lost, on drugs. That's what the girl is, Angela, now, because she was on drugs. Her mama was psychologically picking her up since she was a child. And if that's what she'll do in front of camera, Imagine what she would do behind one.
And that's one of the moms that I think was it Dr. Umar? You said Dr. Umar or Corey Holcomb when they talk about the moms trying to make it about them, and they be trying to write it off the children's success or what seems like success, and but she's on camera because of her daughter. She's on camera. They know who she is because of her daughter. So, yeah.
And she'll tell you, I deserve this. I'm the mama. She should be giving me her money. She should be taking care of me. I'm the mother.
She's jealous. That jealousy, I could see. A lot of people from that area tend to act like that. I ain't gonna lie. Just have that envious spirit, jealousy. Don't want to see you
win. What
win.
area? From which area?
DC, Baltimore area.
Oh, that's where she's from?
Yeah, the ones I know tend to have that spirit. Like, I don't know where it comes from, but I've always thought and said that. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
So this one is easy.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like the Terrance one we had to mind out a little bit, but I think Sis' point probably resonates with me the most. She's still in competition with her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sherelle said if she was already doing things that are seemingly unbecoming at a young age, that probably shows the support system, or better yet, the lack thereof.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me see. Let me show y'all this one. This is tough work. Y'all doing a pretty good job.
Oh Lord, not Clarissa. Not Clarissa.
You want to try to chase your dreams in Hollywood? That's me coming into the situation, trying to help my family, my mother and my sister. When I said, here, take this money, you and her go get a room.
Take this money, you threw it on the floor. I would never pick up money off the floor from anyone.
You got so much pride. Why didn't you take your own money?
I'm a woman. I'm not ever picking up $1 off the floor.
So being a woman, you're a woman, right?
I'm never picking up $1 off the floor. Do you see me?
Are you a woman?
Do you see me?
Are you a woman?
I know you know me.
Are you a woman?
I'm not picking up no $1 off no floor. So when you threw it, you knew what time it was.
You gotta stand on that though. You can't say I'm a woman and then go out like a kid.
I called it getting to the respect, letting you know that wasn't the way that was gonna happen.
Okay, so you should have been a woman.
So that's what you felt like that was to control your career?
I'm gonna be a woman, exclude me and my daughters with my own money. We're gonna go get a room.
I'm gonna use your damn money. What you mean? I'm gonna use your money. I'm not gonna fly all the way from Ohio, bring your sister down here and use my money, and you said you was doing something. That's not how that works.
You try to take over, like you try to dictate. You guys get here, you guys just do the mom and sister thing. That situation, y'all just got a problem with the ladies. I do, but I could never be like the way you are. You have a husband, you have a boyfriend. You know what I do? Hey, nice to meet you. Y'all have fun, dude. I turn my back. I'm not trying to be all up in the mix. Like, what are you doing? My mom over there. Oh, she was just with him the other day. Why you with him? Like,
don't make it
childish. That's how it is. That's how it is. That's how you do it.
I was having a conversation with you.
Everything that you got going wrong with you is because of you.
Hey.
Not because of me, not because of her, because of you. It all comes 360. I don't know why you think you just exempt and you just special and you're very special. Don't get it messed up. You my mom and everything, but I'm saying
you just said you ain't got no remorse, so you don't care.
Nah, that's it. Like,
I'm leaving here with that. Like,
I'm saying, like, I feel like I'm more mature than you.
If you were more mature than me, we wouldn't be here right now.
Love you to death. Love your daughter, my sister.
Why you keep calling her my daughter?
Because she's your daughter. She's gonna go crazy for you, and you're not the best person to go crazy for just because you're not. Like, if you had an army, you'll be a terrible army leader because you would just lead your soldiers into just bullshit every time. You're my mother. I love you, mother, but just not my type of woman, I guess. Just not my type of lady.
At this point, you're not my type of son.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we're not on the same page at all. I'll see you when I see you.
Enjoy your day.
Hit me when you hit me.
Enjoy your day.
I love you.
I just sit here smoking a cigar.
That lady got a BBL. No, it's bad, horrible. No.
It's not even about her, BBL. Where you finding these bitches at?
He ruffled her spirit when he told her that everything that's wrong with you is because of you. Did you see how she got the twisting and turning and she couldn't? It was like that
But
right
what
there
type
triggered.
of son says you're not the type of woman that I want unless she done made this her son husband? The hell's going on?
The type of son that make his girlfriends beat his mama and his sister.
You know what? Nope.
Because they definitely didn't want to leave that house, and he definitely got all them girls that be in that house to beat the fuck out of him. And she was crying, beat up on the internet, and they put her out. Now you ain't got nowhere to go. Sleep outside. Child.
Why she had a tight ass outfit on? Did you see that? Like, what?
She got a podcast now.
She has a fantastic body. She looks good. She's very pretty. But what are we doing?
She was a groupie back in the day.
I don't think
be
we
on
care.
the
mom was
calling the boy children slow.
Terrible.
Making fun of how the boy children look.
She made fun of who? Because her kids, don't she had a 3, right?
Blue-faced little baby may have like some type of disformity. And she be making fun of that.
Oh no.
Like she'll cross her eyes and look.
But she's married.
Then say I look like my grandson.
Sugar mama, mind the damn business.
She treats him like that's her man. That's what
but she's married.
Tiff, it's a complex that some mothers have. They treat their sons as if that's their man. That's a complex.
Jalen, you took the words right out of my mouth. That is the result of treating your child on the same level as you.
Do they have an Oedipus thing?
That's when the son loves the mom. They're not saying that. They're saying they call them husbands when a mom makes the son her husband.
No, the Oedipus killed his father.
The boy is in love with the mom, is an Oedipus. So like baby boy in Jody.
Well, it's the son.
No, he don't like her.